Hi, and welcome to another episode of Gazbeard's Battles in Battle Pirates. Or rather, 6 battles this time. This guy has been a pain in the neck. Him and his mate here invaded the sector and started hitting everybody's fleets on the world map using phantom sub-fleets. So, of course, the sector decided this isn't on. And finally they started hitting bases. So here he is, coming into my base the first time, and, well, he's using his Tiger Shark subs with scatter guns on them. He's rimming the base, and, you know, what can I do about this? You'll notice my Spectre heading back up the channel out the way. Basically, I don't want it anywhere near his scatter guns, because it's due to surface any minute now. But once his have surfaced and start coming into the channel, I'll turn around and go after them. Now I've taken out his surface ships. There we are. His have surfaced, and he's staying well out of the way of my turrets. I don't want to get near him while I'm on the surface, because I'm going to use that Spectre to detect his Tiger Sharks and let the turrets have a go at them. So there we are. He's starting to come in towards the channel now. A few surprises in the buildings for him at the mouth of the channel. Oil slicks and the pinch, ERF, EMF, whatever they call them. Unfortunately, he wasn't on the surface when he killed them. Otherwise, he could have found himself where he doesn't want to be. So, my Spectre's coming down. He's got at least one sub in the channel. Watch what happens the moment my Spectre gets close to his Tiger Shark. There we are, he's spotted, and wallop, everybody opens up on him. Kills it. Sadly, my Spectre went down with it. And at this point he's, creating a bit of mayhem in the mouth of the channel. He's taken down my toilet, and he's now trying to have a go at this first turret, not knowing just how much armour I've loaded onto that thing as a way of slowing ships down. The whole idea is that they get stalled there trying to take the turret out, and the rest of the turrets would be shooting at them. Unfortunately, he's in a sub, so we can't see him, we can't shoot at him. Now he's having a go at the warehouses, and they're level 14 warehouses, and they're going to take a lot of killing. And he timed out. 3 super fortresses destroyed, and one of his Tiger Sharks, and he's phantoming them. So he came back in again. You got to watch this one, because this one is very fast. He decides to charge the channel. This time round, my Spectre's right at the start of it, and he's not expecting that. There's his subs coming in at the start of the channel. They both get spotted, and wallop, they're both dead. Bet he didn't expect that one for sure. There we are, 2 Tiger Sharks killed and a light cruiser. Now I said he's zombieing these Tiger Sharks, which, come on, play the game. At least repair them. Okay, so he's had 2 goes within a couple of minutes. He's not getting anywhere. He's called in reinforcements. This guy from his clan did level my base twice about 12 days ago on separate days. So he's coming charging in. He's not realised he's set off the oil slick on that oil rig. He's gone charging into the wall of the channel, got stuck with his revenge, which doesn't turn very well to begin with, and he's taking a pounding off my turrets, and he says, no, not playing that, I'm out of here. Off he goes. And if you look, his revenge took 62% damage, and 2 of his rhinos took, a quarter of damage and 15, oh my God almighty, he took a pounding. Right, so the original guy's come back again. All of this is in the space of 14 minutes. Now, he's not given me a chance to repair. He's tag teaming me alongside the other guy. So the other guy came in, took out my front line defences and my front line defence guards, and, you know, this guy, Infested Phoenix, has come straight back in on the back of him before I've had a chance to repair. And he's brought his tiger sharks in again, and they've been zombied again. What does he expect with zombied tiger sharks? So here he goes. He's having another go at this turret and these warehouses. He hasn't quite got the idea that they are there to keep him busy long enough that he surfaces. Those scatterguns just ploughing away, and maybe not, he'll be a little bit more cautious that he's stopped shooting, he's running away. He realizes that his submerge time's going to run out, and he pulls out so that he surfaces out of range of the turrets, and you'll see him appear at the bottom of the screen in a moment. There we go. He's not actually running away, as you'll see in a second. He's just going to park there. Now, I don't know if he's taken screenshots of the base to study it and work out the best way to attack it, or whether he's had some really bad lag and he's had to reboot his game, or what's gone on. But, he then sits there until we time out. What can I say? So anyway, I decided I was going to move the MCX, just get it away from the scatterguns as they're dealing with the turrets, and using its range, maybe be able to take him as he comes round the corner if the turrets spot him. And of course the remote targeting on my other ship there can cover the whole of that channel from where he is. But there's no sign of this guy. I think he's given up trying to attack. Now, this is the fourth attack in 14 minutes that these two guys have done, and these two, with another two bases, invaded our sector to make our life hell, and they have made our life hell, using these Phantom Tiger Sharks and Phantom Nighthawk fleets to literally sink every surface fleet that appears on the map. They've messed up all our Forsaken missions since they arrived in the sector. They messed up the Foundry Parts weekend, where there was double parts on everything. And there he is. He's just sitting outside the range of the guns. He's trying to figure out how, where he can go without getting shot at. There's four of them, and I'll show you their IDs at the end of the video, and their base names and what have you. And there's something a little bit off, shall we say, but we'll get to that a bit later. Now, my base isn't the best. That centre island at the minute has still got some tier 4 turrets on it. The rest of them on the centre island are only tier 5. If he can get past the front row, he's going to kill it without any problem. The front line turrets are only tier 6, and the row immediately behind them on the channel are only tier 5. And I don't have any of the special turrets like the Wendigos or the Drax scatterguns or anything on those turrets. They're just stuff that I've picked up in the Forsaken missions, or in campaigns. So what is he dicking around at? He should have been in there. He should have just kept pushing at it, pulling out when he was due to surface. And, he could have gone charging in and killed it, but he didn't. Excuse me. He's sitting outside, pussyfooting around, trying to figure out the best way to attack the base. He can't be that good. So the tag team failed. There we are. We destroyed his light cruiser, and his Tiger Shark zombies are still at 99% damage or 1% health, whichever way you want to look at it. Okay, so I've gone to bed. This is 3 hours later. He comes back in and he decides to have another go. And of course, being a typical chicken shit bully, he's doing it when I'm offline because he can't take the base while I'm online and repairing between attacks. So, right, he's taken the front row out because he's learned about that EMF thing on the labs, and how on earth did he take out that oil rig from there unless it was with his subs? It's the only thing I can imagine. You can see my front row turrets are still not repaired from his last attack. So he's pulled his revenge off and he's sending the subs in. He's trying to knock the walls out. For some reason they're just repaired themselves. I have no idea why. And he's trying to prep the approach, which he should be able to do. I don't know what the submerged time is on these Tiger Sharks, but it's something pretty, amazing. Anyway, there goes my toilet and enforcer, the Goliath and the enforcer. And Wally, he didn't pull out fast enough, and down goes one of his subs. Come on, guy, you got to be smarter than that. This is an offline attack. I'm not even there to move my ships around or to do anything else that's a bit clever. So, alright, he decides my zombie revenge is going to go in and die and see if it can take out that first turret. There's a good chance it could, actually. No, there it goes. Dead revenge as well. So, I think we'll have to call that one a prepping, because about 20 minutes later, he came back in. There we are, Revenge, Super Fortress and a Tiger Shark, all destroyed. And he's taken out my Goliath and Enforcer. And he even got himself a bit of res this time. Right, so 20 minutes later, in he comes again. The base obviously hasn't been repaired because I'm in bed. And this time he's brought 2 Revenges and a Punisher, plus his subs. And the first thing he does is he rockets my Interdictor, because quite rightly he's probably identified that has got insane sonar and thermal detection. 80 sonar and 105 thermal, or the other way round, I can't remember. And in go his subs, and this time he's just charging through. He's not trying to pussyfoot around taking the warehouses out. Smart move. He's just round the back and start taking out the defences as quickly as he can before he has to surface. So there's the defence fleet gone, and the frontline turrets, he's only left the countermeasures one, and he's just trying to take out as many of the turrets that he can round the back. And he's left his Revengers and his Punishers outside of range, ready to come in once the subs have done their work on the turrets. Yeah, this is the way that it should be done, and this is what he should have done 6 attacks ago. I mean, why he didn't, I've no idea. What a loss of face for him and his alliance mates, that it's taken 6 attempts to take what is really a pretty poor base apart. I admit it's a poor base. I took most of last year off, so I'm missing a lot of technology and I've missed a lot of upgrading time. And right now in come his Revenges, and no, it needs the Punisher to finish off the warehouses. So in he goes. You can take out the last of the turrets and the last of those oil rigs on the centre. Then he's going to go around and he's going to have a go for the outpost. In fact, no, he's decided the Revengers are going to do some rimming, And, you know, again, this is the correct way to do it. Do the rimming from the inside, not the outside. That way you know that you get the important targets killed first, and then the easy stuff comes afterwards. So there we go. Pounding away at my outpost. Eventually they get it. And now he can go for all the resource generators and take them down. But I mean, God, Struth, what a palaver! 6 attacks to get to this point. You know, I mean, and, you know, it's no wonder these guys sit in permanent bubbles. I mean, literally, I don't know whether they buy 30-day bubbles or they bubble each other or what they do, but they're always in bubbles, and you only ever see them out of a bubble after they've done a base attack. But he's really got them fed up. And here we go. Just about to get it, look. Just the 2 oil rigs left, and he'll have 100%ed the base. Yeah, well done, mate. Even offline it took him 2 attacks to get it, and look, he lost his tiger sharks. You know, I don't think he even got enough res to repair them. There's the 6 attacks in sequence. You can see he started at 4:15 in the morning, and his final one at 7:30 at night is when he finally destroyed the base. What a wally! Right, so okay, move that over there out the way. Right, there's his stats and his player ID and his current coordinates in Sector 389. Now this guy's actually been, shall we say, the nicest one of the bunch. He's worked with some of our guys on out-of-sector attacks, but his in-sector attacks are out of control. Now this guy, this is the one that started all the trouble. Stop crying. You know, he was off killing bases in the sectors all around us in the middle of the mission, and I said, hey, you're going to drag them all in and spoil the mission, mate. Just give them a chance to finish their mission first. And then this guy started mouthing off like crazy, and he is one of the most foul-mouthed, one of the most antisocial people I have ever come across. But look, there's a second base with the same name in the same clan that arrived on the same day, if not within the same hour, and, you know, can't help feeling that maybe he's running 2 accounts. You know, feels wrong. I don't know, you know, I mean, I know there are ways to interpret the terms of use that allow it, but I don't know, I just feel that running 2 accounts is not right. Anyway, unless he's helping the, you know, one account with the other, nothing we can do about it.